Forget logic. Forget everything that seems real. Just trust. Believe.
Yo, what's going on, people? How's everybody doing this evening? How's everyone doing this evening, guys? What's going on? I'm coming in. Hold on one second. I'm going to need a round of applause for anything. So give me some round of applause Let's go. Let's give it to me now. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let me put this on here. We're gonna get another one for the road. For the road. For the road. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We here. We here, people. How's everybody doing this evening? How's everyone doing this evening? We're back. We're back on a Tuesday evening. Let's liven it up. Let's give me another round of applause. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Another one. I like this. I like what StreamYard did, man. It's lovely. For real. What they got that? Oh, it's time, baby. Yeah. It's like getting ready for a football game, you know. Yeah, man, let's go. We here. How's everybody doing this evening? How's everyone doing this evening? I'm gonna try to move it a little further up. I can't wait to get all my new equipment. It's gonna be very soon. Hopefully before this month is out. I'm gonna get all the new equipment that I need. Hold on one second. You like this? Like this shirt right here? Hold on a second. Let's see here. Do you guys like this shirt? The Sanford and Son shirt right here. Come on, all my 80s babies. I know y'all like it. Yeah. 70s babies over here too. All y'all 70s, 80s. Look at that. You like that shirt? Yo, this TikTok shirt, and it's beautiful. The cotton is beautiful. The material is nice. Everything is beautiful. I already washed it maybe one time since I got it. Got it like probably a week or two ago. Yeah, man. But look, we here, baby. We here. How's everybody doing this evening? How's everybody? Give me another round of applause. I'm gonna have fun with this, man. I'm gonna have fun with this. How's everybody doing? Oh, like and subscribe right now. Like and subscribe right now for me. And also, please share the video. Please share the video. We're gonna really get into it. It's not gonna be a long night. We're gonna get into this thing, and we're gonna go from there, baby. Yes, indeed. How's your weekend going? Put in the comments. Tell me how your weekend going, or just put a thumbs up. You don't have to tell me all that, but if you want to, that'd be great. Tell me how your weekend's going. It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, November the 11th, right? I think it's the 11th. I hope I'm not messing up. Time be going by so doggone fast. I already put it up there. Let me hit my banner. Let me put my banner in there. Yep. November 11th. I did supposed to go on at 9 p.m., but we had to get the Thundercat of my 6-year-old right go to bed and everything. Get him right. Me and my wife. But anyway, we here, man. We here. We are here. Hope you like my shirt. I really like this shirt, guys. All my 70s, 80s, and even 90s babies, early 90s babies. I'm reruns, Sanford and Son. Y'all know it. Y'all know the vibe. Reruns right here. Yes, indeed. Reruns. Yes, so okay, now you know what we're talking about tonight and everything. But I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. It's not gonna be a long situation because I don't like having the guests that I have waiting. But yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff that I want to share tonight. I'm going to start doing videos and everything, but it's a lot of stuff, going on. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do these videos and stuff like that because it's a lot of stuff, a lot of content, a whole lot of content that I must share with my audience, even if it's a small audience. It's gonna be big one day, one of these days. Yeah, but I understand. I got to show consistency. I definitely understand why. I know the vibe. But right now, I'm just looking for my playlist. Hold on one second. Looking for my playlist and everything. Yes, indeed. Oh, no, not this person. What stuff I was looking at? Sorry. Too much going on over there. So we're gonna look at my we're just gonna go to Max B. You guys know Max B, the rapper, he was like the mixtape rapper about 20 years ago, very popular. The Wave guy and all that. I just found out, I didn't even know he was getting out, to be honest with you. Other people would know better than me, but 70, like he got 75 years last time I heard. And all of something, he's out. Man, I guess they be bullshitting with the 75 years. The real criminals is getting off. You know what I'm saying? For real. I must admit, the real criminals are getting off. You know, no Diddy on that. But I wanted to share a couple things if I could find what I want to share and how people was just celebrating Max B being out. They were just celebrating all day, boy. But I'm gonna show you something real quick. Hold on one second. Let me try to share it. I really can't do this damn music, so let me take the music off. want you guys to see a couple things. So here we go. Let's share this. Let's go. So yeah, this is Max B right here. Let's see. This is when he getting out of prison, and this guy, what's his name? Y'all know homeboy. I forgot his fucking name. Oh yeah, I call him something else, and I call him another non-black. He's still in the swag, but that's another story. But look, they just are happy. Look at all that. Getting out of jail, everybody happy. You would think this is Martin Luther King and somebody getting out of jail. Yeah, a man that was supposed to got 75 years. He got just a little minor charge. I mean, I shouldn't say minor. That's stupid for me to say. He did about 17 years. He's back, and I don't know how he did it. As long as I know, the brother was in jail for 75 years. And, that's, I guess, what it is. You can share this. Uh-oh. Try to share it now. Hold it. Did I do something crazy? Okay, I'm playing games. Froze up on me. Oh, here we go. So yeah, like I was saying, that's him getting out of jail. Like maybe it was Sunday in Jersey, somewhere in Jersey. He's supposed to be doing a 75-year bid, but he only did about 16, 17 years. And he got the cavalry picking him up. Ain't that something? Such support the black community give out. Such support. Babe, did you hear that? What's the name? The applause? Okay, cool. I want to make sure you guys heard it. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna show you something else. Just gonna show you a couple things on Max B, the reason why he actually went to jail. And this is going to be fair use. But before let me just put it there before I start showing it. Hold on 1 second. And this already got a whole bunch of stuff on the face. 10. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's go to the content. What the hell? Sorry about that, guys. So let's get in this story right now. Like and subscribe. This is called, as a matter of fact, I'm about to show you a video. the people on here, the content creator for this was Hood War Chronicle. Go go to that thing. I actually watched a lot of stuff from them. They're very educational to me, but before I do that, I want to make sure I put my banner up for fair use. Again, go watch that channel, and it's called Hood War Chronicles. But right now, let's get into this video. Again, Hood War Chronicles.
I don't owe nothing. He got all his songs already. How you think he got so hot? Came out with all them tapes. I did that. I put them hooks together. I made incredible music. It was around 16. Made the hooks. I made the melody. I'm the maker. I banged it this in the room so I could ram it up his ass.
Max B and Jim Jones were once as tight, but the moment Jim
Look, Max Bigavel, Jim Jones. That don't even add up. That's not on my level, man.
From allegedly snatching his girl to trashing his whip and turning Harlem into a war zone just to get at him, Max B was from a life marked by pain and survival. His mother was deep in the grip of crack addiction, in and out of prison, and that left his grandmother to raise him. She became his anchor, but even with her guidance, the streets were always close enough to pull him in. Long before he wrote hooks that had the whole East Coast singing, young Charlie Wingate found his voice in the boys' choir of Harlem. That's where the seeds of that signature Max B sound, the lazy melodic delivery, the sing-song flow, the wavy cadence, were first planted. But the melody couldn't drown out the reality. By the time he was 18, Max B had already gone down the wrong road. In 1997, he was arrested on robbery charges and wound up serving about 8 years in prison. That time behind bars didn't break him, it reshaped him. When he stepped out of prison in 2005, he came out with a new name, a sharper edge, and a swagger that only comes from living what you rap about. That's when the world met Max Bigavelli, a name he forged from the giants, Biggie Smalls, Motley, Tupac, and Jigga, Jay-Z. Max saw himself as the perfect blend, the hypnotic flow, the prophetic pain, the hustler confidence.
So your name is Max B, aka Max Bigavel. We know Bigavel stands for Big Jig and Pac, right? But where did the
Big
name...
Jig and Machiavelli, baby.
Yeah.
Big Jig and Machiavelli.
When Max got out, Harlem was buzzing. Diplomats were running things. Cameron and Jim Jones had the streets locked. Max linked back up with Cam, and through that bond, he was introduced to Jim Jones. Soon after, he signed with Jim's label, Bird Gang, and started working with legendary Harlem producer Dame Grease. The chemistry was instant. Max B dropped his first mixtape, $1 Million Baby, in 2006, and the streets went crazy. His voice, his flair, his rawness, it was like lightning in a bottle. Bird Gang also had another rising star, Stack Bundles. With Max B and Stack in his camp, Jim Jones was sitting on a gold mine. Max quickly became the secret weapon, laying hooks and verses that made Jim's records sound bigger than ever. Tracks like Baby Girl became staples, and Max's presence elevated everything he touched. But no matter how good the music was, Max could never outrun the streets for long. In September 2006, everything changed. Word got back to Max through his ex-girlfriend Gina Conway about a guy named Alan J. Plowden, a flashy dude running a mortgage and mail fraud scheme, always rolling around with big stacks of cash and high-end whips. Gina told Max all about him, and allegedly, jealousy and hunger got the best of him. According to her, Max made it clear they could hit a lick, and he'd make it worth everyone's while.
Boyfriend Charlie Wingate, aka Max B, a rapper, about the men's money. Then Wingate reaches out to this man, Calvin Leardom.
What happened next is still debated, but the end is clear. Max wasn't there when things went down, but prosecutors said he was the mastermind. Gina Conway, who was also dabbling in dealing and stripping, testified in court that Max sent her and his stepbrother Kelvin Sims Leardam to rob Plowden at a New Jersey Holiday Inn. The plan was supposedly simple: break in when he was out clubbing and take whatever money they could find. But everything about the operation was sloppy. Gina and Sims reportedly spent hours lost, missing exits, wasting time. By the time they finally got to the room, Plowden was back, sleeping next to another woman. Then David Taylor walked in. He wasn't part of the plan. Sims panicked and shot Taylor in the face, execution style. That turned a robbery into a murder.
It all began the morning of September 22nd at the Fort Lee Holiday Inn. Police are called there after a man is shot to death. The victim, David Taylor from Florida, was staying in room 227.
Gina Conway was the first domino to fall. Once she was caught, she gave up everything to save herself. She gave a 169-page statement and threw Max under the bus, naming him as the one who set the plan in motion. She said he promised her everything: money, loyalty, forever, if she helped. And when the feds came for Max, they came hard. He was arrested and hit with life-altering charges, including felony murder. Bail was set at a massive $2 million. While Max B sat in that cold jail cell, time stopped for him, but not for everyone else. Jim Jones, the very man who had signed Max and held him down musically, was suddenly everywhere. Jim dropped We Fly High, aka Ballin'. The track was huge. Overnight, it became an anthem. It was Jim's biggest hit ever, and Max claimed he wrote it. He said he ghost wrote that and most of Jim's other big hits. But while Jim was cashing checks and doing interviews, Max was behind bars, fighting for his life and relevancy. After 10 long months, Max's bail was finally reduced to $90,000. That's when Jim stepped in, but not like a friend would. Instead of helping Max out of loyalty, he allegedly
check this part out. What he said. Check this part out. What the narrator said.
He dangled bail as leverage. Reports say Jim agreed to help get Max out only if Max signed over his publishing rights and agreed to do 6 albums under him. Desperate and locked away, Max didn't have many options. He signed. Jim got all the publishing behind the wavy sound, and Max got temporary freedom with a future that was now out of his hands. Max B walked out of jail in July 2007, a changed man, colder, sharper, and carrying more resentment than ever. He was broke, betrayed, and bound by a contract that gave away his future publishing to a man who seemed to benefit most from his downfall: Jim Jones, the man he once called a brother. Max had watched while he sat in a cell as his influence grew across the streets, as mixtapes and street DVDs repeated his name like folklore. And the more people chanted Wavy, the more it became clear: if Jim Jones wasn't going to help put him on, Max B was done being quiet. He was ready to go to war. He had every reason to feel betrayed. Max wasn't just being politically edged out, he had been financially robbed. Jones owned Max's entire publishing. That meant every hook Max had ever written, every melodic ad-lib, every catchy line, Jim got paid off it.
Got him in his drive already. I don't owe nothing. He got all his songs already. How you think he got so hot? Came out with all them tapes. I did that. I put them hooks together. I made incredible music. All he did was rhyme 16s. Well, you know, I made the hooks. I made the melodies. Yeah. I made the shit, dog. I'm the man.
And it wasn't just business. The friendship had soured. The loyalty was broken. Max B was left with a mind for vengeance and a heart frozen by betrayal. So he walked away from Bird Gang with an agenda. If Jim Jones wasn't going to give him what he was due, Max was going to drag him down publicly, and nothing was off the table. It wasn't long before Max found the perfect ally in French Montana.
That's
At
his
the
name,
time,
French Montana.
French wasn't the chart-topping rapper he
I
is
call him
today.
Culture
He was a
Vulture.
gritty street figure, known for his Cocaine City DVD series that chronicled life in the Bronx and beyond. French already had his own issues with Jim Jones, stemming from a shooting incident where Jim was rumored to have spread negative word about him. So when Max and French linked up, it wasn't just a partnership, it was a brotherhood born out of mutual war. They named their crew Coke Wave, and it would become one of the most iconic and savage street movements in mixtape history. Max B had already learned the industry wasn't going to save him. He didn't own his publishing. He had no label backing him. What he did have was a voice that the streets respected and a talent for making music. So he did what hustlers do when cornered. He went underground. He started dropping his music for free, letting the people hear what the industry was trying to shelf. But he wasn't just dropping music. He was verbal grenades targeting Jim Jones and everyone in his circle. And Max didn't hold back. The first jab came in the form of a mixtape called Public Domain 3. The cover said it all. Max stood in a graveyard, posing with tombstones that had names like Jim to Milli Vanilli, the infamous duo who lip-synced their way to fame. In Max's eyes, Jim and Jules were trying to ride off the wave he created. He mocked them for it, releasing tracks with titles like Lip Sing, rapping, I know them dudes need me, I was giving them the loot, but them dudes done blew it. But Max didn't stop at music. He went after reputations, personal lives, the whole foundation of what Jim Jones was building. And the beat came when Max dropped the brutally disrespectful track, She Touched It in Miami, where he claimed that Jim Jones's longtime girlfriend Chrissy Lampkin had been with him in extremely intimate ways, rapping that Chrissy sucked it in Miami while Big Evil hit it from the back in her fanny. Max laughed through the bars, painting Jones as a man being clowned by his own inner circle, and the streets ate it up. Jim Jones, for his part, was shell-shocked. He didn't see it coming. He tried to deny the allegations, tried to downplay Max's importance, claiming Max was just another washed-up rapper who never got off the shelf. He said Max didn't write We Fly High, his biggest hit, but the streets weren't buying it. Max's voice was all over the original reference tracks. People started questioning Jim's real role in Dipset's success.
I never noticed it, but it did sound like, you know how R. Kelly music be sound like, even music that he literally will give someone else, it sound like R. Kelly music. And that's, I must admit that song, We Fly High, do sound like a Max B song. The melody, everything, it sounds just like his song.
Max moved like he meant war, and it wasn't just talk. He claimed that one day, Jim Jones tried to ambush him by blocking his car in a parking lot. Max said he saw it coming, rammed Jim's Bentley out of the way, and even got some punches in before peeling off. It sounded wild, but Max was proudly showing off the dents in his car like trophies.
I banged it just enough to get my room so I could ram this up, ram it up in. Right? My window was there, he tried to grab it. So when he came in the window, I punched him in the face.
French and others vouched for him. The myth grew. Then came November 2008, when Max and French decided to pull up on Jim Jones in person. They rolled deep into Manhattan, walked straight into a building where Jim was recording, and made it clear the streets weren't safe for Jones anymore. Max would later claim that Jim saw the situation unfolding and called the cops, which only added insult to injury. Around that time, their respective crews even clashed at a Brooklyn club, causing a full-on brawl with chairs flying and K9 units showing up. The whole thing felt like a movie, but it wasn't. It was just how deep the beef ran. By the time the smoke cleared, Max B had done more than diss Jim Jones. He had turned him into a punchline. Max became a cult hero, the kind of artist who didn't need a label to validate him. Even while legally bound by contracts that gave him nothing, he found a way to become a legend, flooding the streets with music that people still play to this day. However, as the beef with Jim Jones continued to spread like wildfire across the streets and mixtape circuits, Max B was simultaneously gearing up for the biggest battle of his life. Max B was preparing to face a criminal trial that could bury his wave in concrete. On June 9th, 2009, Max B walked into the Bergen County Courthouse like a man who believed in his own story. He had his people with him, cameras rolling, and the signature confident sway in his step. His legal team was talking big too. They claimed they had dismantled the prosecution's main witness during cross-examination. They were referring to Gina Conway, the young woman who'd been at the heart of this entire criminal conspiracy. Gina had turned herself in and testified against Max and his
Later, we're going to see something else that DJ Ack and Whack 100 was talking about when it pertaining to this woman, this young lady, and this young man. I should say this woman and this man. Hold on one second. Let me get back to it.
stepbrother, Kelvin Leardam, in exchange for a lighter sentence. Max's lawyer accused her of being a scorned woman, making up stories to save herself. But courtrooms aren't battlefields you can win with swagger. When the jury finally returned with a verdict, everything Max thought he knew about loyalty, street code, and even redemption came crashing down. Max was found guilty on 9 out of 11 counts, including armed robbery, conspiracy, aggravated assault, and felony murder. The prosecution had successfully painted him as the mastermind behind the whole robbery, even if he wasn't there to pull the trigger. They said he was the one who set up the heist, who encouraged Gina and Kelvin to carry it out so he could sit back and collect the bags. The entire case, really, hinged on Gina Conway. She had struck a deal with the government. Her original charges of murder were reduced to armed robbery and manslaughter in exchange for her cooperation, landing her a recommended 18-year sentence. The defense fought hard, arguing that Gina had cooked up a lot of her story to get her time cut. Ironically, Gina even testified that Max himself knew nothing of a robbery, claiming she used Max B's name to convince her boyfriend Kelvin to go through with the plan. The defense said Gina only implicated Max later out of heartbreak and self-interest, trying to paint him as the puppet master in exchange for leniency. But the jury wasn't buying it. Max B was sentenced on September 3, 2009 to 75 years in prison.
Right around that time, Max B gets found guilty on 9 of 11 counts, including felony murder. And he gets sentenced to, was it 75 years?
Yeah, 75.
Eligible for parole in 2042, Max went from street-buzzing icon to inmate overnight. And while the streets mourned, Jim Jones seemed to be celebrating. From a business standpoint, Jones thought he had pulled off the ultimate checkmate. Max was behind bars, his voice no longer a threat, and Jones still controlled the publishing rights to all of Max's music. All the hooks Max ever wrote, all the melodies he'd laid down, every cent still streamed into Jim's pocket. Jones even mocked Max publicly every chance he got. He called him goofy names, dismissed him as irrelevant, kept repeating the narrative that Max was washed before he ever got started. In interviews, Jones made it seem like he'd moved on, like Max was nothing more than old inventory, something he had once used but would never take down from the shelf again. But it wasn't as airtight as Jones thought. Even from behind bars, Max B wasn't done. The streets had too much love for him. His name carried too much weight. Max was corresponding with French Montana, DJs, independent labels, keeping his presence alive in any way he could. Then in May 2010, a major legal victory shifted the entire power dynamic. A judge ruled that Jim found that Max had fulfilled the terms of both of the contracts he'd signed with Jones back in 2005 and 2007. In plain words, Max was...
Real quick, guys, come on in. Hey, like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Share the video. And if you have any questions or want to make a statement, don't be afraid to comment on it. All right, so let's keep it going.
Was free at least from the paper chains that tied his art to another man's pockets. Max was still in prison, but that contract was dead. He was finally able to release his long-awaited album, Vigilante Season, in 2011. And if anyone still doubted Max's influence, the streets made it clear. His wavy flow, that melodic gangster bop he'd helped pioneer, became the cheat code for a whole generation of rappers. You couldn't turn on the radio without hearing traces of Max in someone's cadence, in their harmonies, in their talk about waves, vibes, quoting Free Max B. Then came the unbelievable twist. In 2016, after serving 7 years, Max's new attorneys dropped a legal bombshell. They argued that Max's original lawyer had been incompetent. Instead of putting together the best criminal defense possible, the lawyer was allegedly eyeing a big paycheck, hoping to ride Max's rap career to riches if he beat the case. This strategic legal argument special, called post-conviction relief, actually worked. The judge vacated Max's original 75-year sentence. Max eventually pled guilty to aggravated manslaughter as part of a plea deal. The plea deal slashed 55 years off his sentence, reducing it to 20 years. Then 12 years, since had already served 1,000.
Look at this, guys. For the guys that just got here, I'm proud of the t-shirt I got from TikTok.
Kind of artist
Beautiful
whose influence could
t-shirt.
stars studded albums. Kanye himself tried to name his 2016 album Waves and had to publicly acknowledge Max after the Wave community came for his neck. Kanye even featured Max's voice on a song. Drake and Wiz Khalifa openly said they were inspired by him. Even Jim Jones, in a rare truthful moment, admit Max could have been bigger than Drake if he hadn't gone to prison. Now, as 2025 looms, there's a strange question hanging over the whole saga. Jim's enemies, or is it finally Max, speaking from prison, made it clear he was—
Yeah, so that's it for this video. I'm about to show another video, but let's hold on 1 second. So this whole thing, what's going on, people? What's going on, people? I'm glad everybody here. This, like I said, like and subscribe. I'm doing something, little information that we've been doing on Max B and stuff like that. You know, my attitude on this whole ordeal is the fact of the matter is that I feel like every time a brother like a Max B get out of prison, a lot of brothers, I guess, a lot of people are celebrating him and this, that, and the third. And it's mind-blowing, but, you know, this is where it is. What it is certain cultures. I'm not going to say it's an all-black culture because it's not. It's in certain cultures. You know, some people, if not most people, grow up from it, you know, but certain people don't. But I found the Max B story interesting because I used to listen to him 10, 15 years ago. He was one of the nicest MCs in terms of the mixtape type of thing. And if you was one of them fly guys always stepping out, this, that, and third, you was a huge Max B fan. If you're from the East Coast, you was, because that was that type of style. That's why they call it the wave thing. He's more my generation. He's a little older than me, but it's a little, that's still my generation. But I want to show something where now it's starting to be accusations that Max B been, you know, he's been snitching. You know, I don't know if you guys heard about this and stuff like that. And you know, this dude Whack 100. I don't know how he get all his information, but he gets it. You know, I don't know how this guy do it, but he do it. This is why I say a lot of these dudes that run this degenerate industry, those be the ones, and nothing never really happens to them. Those be the ones you got to really watch out for, you know. So let me share this DJ Academics, and if you go on here, I'll be listening to him sometimes. He another Jersey boy, so you know I support a lot of Jersey people. So because, you know, obviously because I'm from Jersey. So let's get this going. Hold on 1 second. Let me share this one. And we can talk about it. If you got any comments on Max B or what have you, put that out there. Put the comments up. Don't be afraid. Like and subscribe to the channel as well. Sorry about that. Let me get this going. Gotta figure out what's that extra cam. I'm glad everybody here. Like and subscribe though. So we're gonna get to this part when they talk about Max B being a snitch. Oh, sorry about that. Don't listen to this music. Let me turn that off. Okay. No copyrights. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Sentence. Let's see. I think Laird got sentenced to the same thing. So I think the dude's a little bit mad that Max B's getting out early.
Pops is married to my mom's.
Oh.
I'm locked
Yeah,
up
so
out
that's
here in
Max
Jersey
B's stepbrother
for
that's
this
still in
case
jail.
that me, him, and Gina Conway all got locked up for. During this time that we got locked up back in 2006, Max was signed to Jim Jones, Bird Gang, Dipset, caught this case. They came to talk to police, came to talk to Max. And Max B ended up cooperating with the police and assisting them.
So after they got booked, the police went and spoke with Max B, and Max B fully cooperated.
But I'm locate Gina Conway.
Okay, let me rewind that. Because he said he helped the police locate her.
And Mac B ended up cooperating with the police and assisting them, helping them locate Gina Conway. So that's what I put out there, and I put that back out. Like I said, we got locked up in 2006. I didn't get my discovery to the end of 2007, and that's when I put it out. I put it out in 2008.
Now the snitching is supposedly Max B telling the cops where his girlfriend worked. That's snitching? I don't know.
Put the paperwork out.
So for the people who don't know, what is a discovery?
Now this.
Okay, so what he's saying.
Okay. To put this paperwork out now. He also told me to make sure I block out buildings, address fraud. Now, I'm going to take y'all all the way over here, though. Right? And when I take you over here, I want to say this to you.
Okay.
And you said also to Mr. Delaney on redirect that you already had the information about Sin City, that Gina Conway was some way associated with Sin City.
Okay, so it looked like Max B told the cops that Gina Conway, his quote-unquote girlfriend, worked at Sin City.
When you want to... Yes. Salute the transcripts.
Okay. He didn't say that his girl set up a robbery. He didn't say that it...
All right.
Simply can't...
I like Jake's take because I agree with him.
I'll tell him.
Okay, so... So the big thing that Max B snitched on was he said his girl works at the club. He didn't say that his girl set up a robbery. He didn't say that his stepbrother blew somebody's brains out. He said, my girl work at a club. And that's all y'all had to fucking come up with? This is all the co-defendant could say to try to knock Max B's name out the way. So this is something that's interesting, right? I'm going to show y'all what the fuck snitching actually is, because what they're talking about here ain't it. So again, this is Max B's actual appeal, right? Now, when you go through Max B's appeal, we're gonna go after dude got his shit blown out, whatever.
We live on Vlad. What's up?
Whack, I had to call you. I don't know if you want to do this after.
All right, now he's calling. Now he's calling.
Oh, Vlad, what's good, my brother?
Mr. Know everything.
Whack, I think you've been countered. I think we're hearing that Max B's as solid as they come. He did not cooperate, brother.
Max B, I sent you all the paperwork.
I'm watching the 1090 Jake thing. It said that he
No, I don't care about 1090. 1090 is just a regular dude like everybody else. The documents, this is what you're looking for. Actually here.
Okay.
Let me guide you directly to what you want to read.
Okay, give me a paperwork breakdown.
I sent you the paperwork. This is going to guide you right to where you want to read. This is one part where he's admitting that due to his cooperation, he should be given leniency. Here, that's
what page is
other
this?
Part, that's Max B's paperwork.
Okay, yeah, but you sent me a document. What page is on it?
I don't look at it. It'll tell you that. You have all the documents. You even have the appeal. There's another part where you'll see Max B told the detectives where the girl involved in the murder robbery where she works, with strip club, and where
is
she
that
lives.
snitching though? I've heard from
Hell
people.
yeah, that's snitching. See, this is the part.
Hold on. If I'm a street dude, let's say me and you are street dudes, and they said, "Do you know where Wack works?" And I said, "I know Wack does podcasts or does interviews with DJ Vlad." Am I snitching?
Listen, let's paint the right picture. Academics.
Real quick, guys, I know a lot of you guys saying to yourself, damn, he's talking about this type of stuff, not politics and stuff like that. It's like I said, man, even if you look through my history, I talk about just about everything. It might be mainly politics, but I do talk just about everything, current events. I just want to make that clear because I know everybody may be looking at this like, what the hell is he talking about? He's talking about this? Okay, this is a little interesting because it's some ghetto shit, so here I am, I'm doing it tonight, and I might do it again soon. If you guys like it, I'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button just to let me know that you like me doing stuff like this, the ghetto shit. All right.
Yeah.
This lady and this dude was involved in the murder robbery. We know you have some involvement as well. What do you know about them? She works at Scarlet Strip Club and lives at this location. They're letting him know she is an interest. He knows she's of interest because they put the play together. Anytime you give any information up on anybody else other than yourself, you're telling. And this is why your crowd is not going to understand. Our rules are our rules. We don't give a damn about what the civilians or the L7 thinks. The minute Max B told that detective where that woman lived and where she worked, and they apprehended her, she then told on Pooh Sims, who got 120 to life, and she did like 8 years or so. She went to jail as well. You tell it. And if you read the document, you're going to read.
But I heard she told on Max B as well.
Hey, hit the like button or put the thumbs up just to let me know. It's 100. What did he say? 120. That's about 2 or 3 life sentences. If you agree with that, hit that like button.
Told on her first.
Okay.
Don't give a shit.
Let me ask you one question.
If you read the document, it says.
So the paperwork.
Wingate also urges that the court erroneously failed to find any mitigating factors. Specifically, he argued that the conduct was a result of circumstances unlikely to recur, because he would have nothing more to do with Conway. He also argues that he cooperated with law enforcement authorities, right, within helping them locate Conway. You're a fucking rat. It's right there.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Do you not see that?
No, I do see it, but
do you see it?
No, I see it, but in a if your lawyer, like for example, if your lawyer says
no,
if your lawyer makes a case saying you have been helping to stop the violence in the community,
listen, the lawyer,
isn't that an argument you would make in an appeal?
The lawyer, listen, only it said Wingate cooperating with law enforcement help find out Conway's location. That is not the lawyer. Is the lawyer name? Whose name is Wingate?
That's Max B.
Okay. It specifically says Wingate, not the lawyers. Wingate helped the detectives through cooperating with law enforcement authorities, helping them locate Conway. Look, bro, in our world where we come from, you told. You read it. And he also told, that's letting you know his cooperation was, she lives here, worked there. He knew she was part of the murder robbery because they all lined it up. Are you playing the recordings I sent you on his brother who's doing 120 life?
Like, as a matter of fact, put the thumbs up if you if you agree with what's his name, Wack 100. You know what I'm saying? If you know the real street code from the OGs, because I know the young dudes probably don't even agree with them. But if you're a real OG, not to say I am, put thumbs up. I just put the thumbs up in the chat. Put the thumbs up. I just want to know what you guys is here listening. Let's keep it going.
I sent you all this 2 days ago.
120. That's a real number.
Yeah.
All right, hold on though. But here's the thing.
That number doesn't even make sense. 120 likes. Like,
Yeah, no. Yo. Tell Vlad this is New Jersey. They fry you over here. They don't play that. They fry you.
Bro,
Some Texas shit.
We got homies that got 237 and plus 2 life sentences.
Hey, shout
2 life sentences plus 237.
Yeah, Vlad. In New Jersey, when they catch, hey, tell Vlad the niggas that ran up in my crib, they doing 20. I ain't even have to take the stand. I was ready to do it.
Listen, and I wouldn't have called you a rat because you a civilian. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't know Max B. I have all the reasons in the world to be cool with him because him and French are brothers, and French is my comrade, respectfully. But the paperwork is the paperwork. In 6ix9ine's words, they're just like him.
Hey, by the way, also Vlad, just to give you a little more context, because I grew up in that county. It's Bergen County. It's a Jewish county. Nothing is open on Sundays. All malls are closed. That's law. You cannot sell nothing on Sundays. You do crime over there. That's why they held Fabio for 6 months. They just buried that nigga. They don't give a fuck.
So look,
he's right.
You got the paperwork. You
I
looking
grew up
at
in
it.
Union
You got
County.
the
We
full
know about
document.
Bergen County.
I isolate the document. You have a recording from his brother, Pooh Sims. Press play, bro. Let him hear. He's doing 120 life.
Yeah, but I don't need to hear him kind of repeat. Like, I know the crime he did. Like, you know.
He's the one that directed me where to go find these documents.
Is it cold?
He's doing the time. The girl did 8 years or 10 years or so. She did time.
All right, let me ask you this ideological question. Hey, because this is also what Max B is arguing. Yo, I told him to go steal the money. This is the dummy that shot the nigga in the head because he wanted to. He was doing too much or whatever the fuck.
You cannot listen, bro. See.
Once you're involved in a crime,
No, I agree.
Yeah, he got DJ Envy in the back.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
But listen, me and you,
Another culture
we go
vulture.
to the store, right? Vlad, take me to the store. I go in the store, shoot a dude. Vlad don't know. I walk out with a bag of chips and a soda pop, get in Vlad's car, pull off, don't say nothing. The cameras catch Vlad's plates, right? They knock on Vlad's door. I know Vlad is gonna say, yeah, we went to the store. Yeah, it was whack. I put Vlad in that situation. What I would do is come out that damn thing on foot and never look back at Vlad or nothing ever again to try to keep him out of it. But if Vlad is my homeboy, Vlad from the street, Vlad can't tell them people nothing. This is the rules of the streets. This is why I wrote the third.
I hear what he's saying. But WAC 100 is like 50 plus. It ain't like that no more. There's no rules. Ever since a lot of guys my age and older went to jail, the rules is done. Even by the biggest killer, the rules are done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you guys disagree with that, let me know. The rules are done. I mean, seriously, let's keep it going.
13 new commandments of the streets, because what you're saying is how they're living it. I put in all the old rules and all the new rules they're living by. Not my rules. It's what they're doing. He told you know, Act, if you give them any information on anybody else about the commission of crime and you're from the streets, you're a rat. You know that.
Okay, all right, and I'm using some of these maybe mental. I'm playing a little bit devil's advocate, but these are valid questions, I think. All right, for example, so there's a Chicago case with Rondo number 9 and C-Day. So it's two guys, they rob a cab driver and the guy got killed. Essentially, on appeal, one of these guys, I think it was Rondo number 9, his attorney raised the issue. Hey, the evidence points towards the other, my co-defendant, doing the crime more than it points to me. Now
we still gonna book you for telling.
No. They're both kind of like both of their lawyers are going to try to say, "Hey, you guys have the wrong guy. It's the other guy," and it's not really telling on the other guy. They're just saying the evidence.
Come on, guys, put a like, hit the thumbs up, share the video, please. Hit the thumbs up and share the video. Thank you, guys. Let's keep it going.
Supports another person doing the crime, not me.
Listen.
Is that telling?
Listen. If any of them individuals gave their attorney any statements to use against the other dude about that crime, is telling. But this is telling. Wingate, who is Max B.
But Wack, he only told him where he worked.
With law enforcement authorities by helping them locate Conway. If nothing else to talk about, Act, I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. Let me just use another example. All right. 2 people do a crime.
Operation.
All right, Wack.
Law enforcement.
Wack, say you were into criminality and someone gets interrogated and they said, "Hey, you know Wack 100, right?" Person says yes. To be like, "Is he from California?" If he says yes, is that telling?
Period. We're going to see that as that.
Oh, my God.
If they tell
we got to
me,
stay on the sidewalk, y'all. We got to stay on the sidewalk. We got to.
Listen, bro. But listen, if they say, "Hey, Wack, Big U, yeah, what up? Do we live in the 60s? I don't know where he lived. That's on you to figure that out. Big U.
Hold on.
Is he from 60s? I don't know where the fuck he from.
Wow.
Actually, from this point on, I plead the fifth.
Hey,
Big U, is he black? I don't know what he is.
What? You can't say he black? No.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not giving them any information about another individual in the commission of a crime. Those are the rules of the streets.
There's no more rules in the streets.
Hey, bro,
you can't say he's black.
Our generation.
Listen, you ain't
gone.
from the streets, so what you say don't matter. Those are those rules.
Man,
hey,
no more
last
rules.
part of the Jewish community, they got so many holidays. We be like, what? Bro, I be trying to do business. Is my wire coming? It's a holiday. Would I say black? Does it matter? If I tell them, "Hey, bro, I need you to go to work that day and send that wire," does what I'm saying matter? It doesn't matter. So what I'm saying is, what you're saying doesn't matter.
I'm gonna call you a hypocrite because I remember vividly when you were on Clubhouse and you played the call where you said there was a federal investigator that called you and they asked you about Jay Prince, and you didn't give up incriminating information, but you answered questions. You're like, "Hey, Jay Prince is a good businessman."
Now let me tell you why I did that.
Okay.
Their whole thing was
that telling?
Hell no, I didn't tell. I cleared him. Their whole thing was.
So you did what Thug did. Thug cleared Woody.
No, I didn't. Their whole thing was, Jay Prince has been issuing threats against you. Are you in fear of this man? I told them that man has never issued a threat against me. He's a pillar in his community, as I am in mine. I am not in fear of this man, or I've never been in fear of this man, and he has never threatened me in his life.
Why didn't you tell him, "I don't know no Jay Prince"?
Because if I would have hung the phone up, they could have kept that open. By me saying on record, I'm not in fear, never have been in fear, and he's never threatened me. Whatever they was on, they gotta close it. I did him a favor.
So you did him a solid.
I did him a favor.
Hey, Wack,
I couldn't even double back. If I doubled back and said, "Yeah, I am," his legal could have used that against me and said, "I'm not credible." I put myself in the trick bag to guarantee him whatever y'all talking about on them phones, stupid, stop talking about it, and cleared him.
Whack. They're talking about maybe I could, you know, I think you're gonna go over to Vlad too, but they're saying the Max B interview is on the table. They're talking some dates. Hey, would you sit down with Max? I need somebody like you from the street.
That's a fact. I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got a problem with that at all. All I'm gonna do is read his paperwork. See, this like, listen, I don't know Max B. This is his paperwork.
By the way, everybody's telling me to read paragraph 4. And they said paragraph 4 is going to counter everything you're saying because they want to shoot him some bail. So paragraph 4, and by the way, I'm reading from this is the appellate thing that's published on the Justia US Law website. It says,
I sent you all that.
Wingate's argument, which is Max B's argument that he cooperated with law enforcement is also devoid of merit. It was Conway, not Wingate. So it was Gina Conway, not Max B, who admitted her complicity in the crimes and testified against Leardom, aka Pooh Sims, and Max B, Charlie Wingate.
We know all of that.
Let me read the last statement. And
listen,
it says the statement.
Listen, it says it right here. Wingate helped them locate. Now we got a punchline. Wingate helped them locate. Conway. Wingate.
And Wingate is Max B.
Conway got located and told on
Wingate
everybody.
is Max B. If you
but
guys
that's
don't know.
not before Max B told on her first. That's it, bro.
So you're saying that he told on her, then she told
The
on
only
them.
nigga didn't
It was
tell
the chain reaction
is
of
Pooh
telling.
Sims.
Whack, I feel like with that mentality though, you just have to go take 120 years. Like that's
No,
the
bro.
only way.
Hey, bro. Me and Vlad just talked about it. This is why I tell the kids, stay out of the streets. Stay out of gang life.
Yep.
It is
And I'm gonna leave it on that part. Point blank, if you under the age of 30 that's watching this, stay out of the street, stay out the streets. There's so much you can get in order to pay your bills, get money and stuff like that. There's so much you can get other than doing things that's going to land you in prison. So much, and a lot of you guys that's 30 and under, y'all know that too. You actually are a lot smarter than us when it comes to that situation, especially when it comes to technology, when it comes to things of like exploring the internet, letting people on this, getting the audience and stuff, things of that nature. You guys know how to do that. You guys know how to research. You know how to build your portfolio in a really good manner. But again, all this crazy stuff, and these men, like Max B, I think he's like 50 or almost 50 years old. Like, we got to stop celebrating these guys. We really have to stop celebrating these guys. He's a great art. He's a really good artist and things of that nature. But what that mean? That what that mean? But man, oh man, I want to applaud everybody that showed up today to watch my live stream. And again, I know a couple of you guys that are not new to my platform. Was like, damn, he's showing some hood stuff. So again, like I said, put one in the chat if you want me to, have some more street type stuff on here. But it's like I said, I do that every so often. I'm gonna start doing that a lot more. But I know people that's not used to me. They understand I'm always on some political stuff. But again, please give yourself a hand for showing this very, very small platform some love tonight. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me get another one. You got to get another one for me. Yes, sir. Let me see. They ain't do it again. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm messing with my new toy now. But, no Diddy. But anyway, again, if you want me to start doing, stuff like this with my live stream, just put one in the chat. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. You guys been a super duper good audience. Like, subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it. and share it. If you're not going to subscribe to it, share it for me. Hopefully you'll subscribe and share. You know, you'll do me one favor on that part. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. We out here. We good. We good. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. So everybody, I have a good night, and I'll be back on for a live stream tomorrow because again, as the weekend approaches, it's going to get more and more busy. So I'm gonna try to put more stuff into this live stream every other night or every night. But tomorrow I will be live streaming again. All right. So again, give yourself an applause for showing up on this little platform of mine, and make it big. Make my platform big. Even if you feel like you don't like me, still do that. It's free to just do what I actually do, as in subscribe, like, and share. It's free. Take about 2 seconds. So again, guys, have a good night, and I'll be back on tomorrow. All right. I told you I'm gonna try to keep it consistent in my Sanford and Son t-shirt. I need to go get one of these. Real talk. Go get them. It's on TikTok. Just go get it. The t-shirt is lovely. Everything, all 100% cotton. Everything. They gonna give your skin a rash and none of that. It's cool. All the 70s and 80s babies, y'all know about this, and even including 90s babies. So we'll cop you one. I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.